Hello friends and welcome to my channel IB All Designing Developer. So like you all know that from the previous video we have started new tutorial series of Java in which we have covered up the first video, and in the first video I have told you the introduction of Java, that what we will be covering in this whole tutorial series and how we will be covering them and what will be the first thing from which we will be starting from. So now in this video we will be seeing like what is Java and basically what's the purpose to use Java, why we use it, and it's the popular library in the world, so why it is, and JavaScript is also same as Java, why it is that. So I'll be telling you all the things about Java in this video. You can say in this video we will be learning that what is Java from start. So I hope you'll be enjoying this video from start, and if you enjoy this video and if you understand that what is Java and if you learn things from this video, so remember to hit a like, and if you're new on this channel want to see more videos like that, so remember to subscribe, and after subscribing hit notification bell so you can get the notifications of all my coming up videos which I'll be uploading in future. So now what we are waiting for, let's move to computer screen and let's get started. So now here we are on the computer screen, and in start I've just given you the Java introduction, that how we will be starting with Java, what things we will be covering up in Java, and why we are starting with it, because it is most popular programming language in the world and it's also a beginner friendly language. That's why we are starting with it. And if we talk about Java, that what is Java, so basically Java is a popular programming language, I have told you in start as well, and it is created in 1995 and it is owned by Oracle, and more than 3 billion devices run Java. So it's really amazing that 3 billion devices run Java as a programming language, and it is used for mobile application, especially for Android applications. And if you talk about desktop application, web server and application servers, games, database connection, and much more. So these are the things which normally used in Java as a programming language, because if you are creating any mobile application, if you are creating any mobile application for iOS as well, so for that as well you can use Java, but especially it is used for Android apps, because Java is used for creating Android application, not for iOS. You can use Swift as a programming language for iOS in apps, but from Java as well you can create iOS application, but in a limited way, or you can say in a limited, you can say, code. So if we talk about desktop application, which you see like in BlueStacks, all that thing, so that's also been created by Java, because Java also create desktop application and web application. Now if we talk about that, what are web applications, so like if we talk about Facebook is a web application. Why I'm saying it's a web application, because you can just see when we are downloading Facebook application, it is available on Play Store, means you can download Facebook from Play Store as well, and you can just use Facebook on Google Chrome or Google as well. So that's why we will be considered Facebook as a web application. And if we talk about Instagram, so it's also called as a web application. So these are some examples of web application which I have given you, so that you can like have a clear mindset that what are web application and what are desktop application. Now if we talk about desktop application, so desktop application are like normally when we talk about desktop application, so many of the VPNs are called as desktop application. Like if you have heard about the word NordVPN, it's a VPN, but you can download that VPN from Play Store as well, and you can also download its desktop application as well. So that NordVPN will be called as desktop application, and this is one example of desktop application. You can just see many of desktop application are coming now. Like in 2025 there are many desktop applications available on Google. You can just search it and you will be getting many of the desktop application, and games as well. Most of the games are also called as desktop applications here. So if we talk about web server and application server, so normally if we are seeing any website running, if we see like Facebook, it's an application, but you will be seeing that Facebook is also having its own server as .com. So it's a web server, that's why we will be considered Facebook as a web server as well. And games is normally like, you know, games we download from Google, like crack version games, or if you are downloading from CD device as well, so that will be also called as a normal game, but it will be not called as a crack game which you are downloading from Google or anything like that. Then if we talk about database connection, so database connection are the things which you can create through Java. So database connection is like if you are working with SQL to connect your data from the back, like if I'm creating any inventory and if I want to connect that inventory with my invoice, so for that I will be using Java, so that I can connect that both things and I can get the output when I'm running invoice, so I should be getting the inventory stock which I am storing on the back. So for that as well you can use Java, and for much more things you can use Java, which is really good here. So this is some things which I have given you about Java, like some examples about Java, that what you can create through Java. And basically it is owned by Oracle, and if you have learned Java, like if you are a beginner and if you have just listened this word Java, which is a programming language, so you have also learned about this Oracle. Oracle is a software, and in this software we use Java because this software contains only Java language. And if you are working with Java and if you don't know about Oracle, so it's not really good, because we will be discussing about Oracle as well in coming up videos, but I'm just telling you so that you will be having a clear mindset that who is owned Java or who has been owned Oracle. So that's both difference. But if we talk about Java, so Java is owned by Oracle. Oracle is owned by a person. So I don't know who person it is, but Java is owned by Oracle. Just you need to remember this thing. Then if we move down and if we understand why we use Java, so basically Java works on different platforms, like you can use it on Windows, Mac, Linux, Raspberry Pi, and etc. So you can use Java on every devices or every platforms which you are using, and it is one of the most popular programming languages in the world after JavaScript, and it has a large demand in the current job market. Because if you talk about Java, Java helps us to create mobile application, desktop application, web application. So if it is used to create these all things, so obviously it will be having a high demand in job market as well. Then if we talk about that how like Java is easy to learn or not, so it is easy to learn and simple to use. But in a start, if you are starting with HTML, CSS, and after that you are moving on to Java, so I think then user will be having some difficulties, or it will be getting harder than Java, than HTML and CSS. Because if I talk about that Java is easy from HTML, CSS, so the answer is no, because Java is having many other syntax, many other variables, many other strings, and many other codes. So that's why it makes different from HTML and CSS, and it is also just having like you can say it is also like really hard to just add the code. But if you have learned Java like from basic, so I think it will be easy for beginner if they are starting with it. Then if we talk about that it is open source and free, so that's correct, like it is open source and free, and it is secure, fast, and powerful. Then if we talk about that it has huge community support, so that's also correct, that it has tens of millions of developers. And Java is an object oriented language which gives a clear structure to programs and allows code to be reused, lowering development cost. As Java is close to C++ and C#, it makes it easy for programmers to switch to Java or vice versa. So it is just saying me that Java is having a huge community support because tons of millions of developers are using Java, and it is also an object oriented language which gives us a clear structure to programs. Like you can create different OOP programs using Java, and it also allow code to be reused. And you can also just you can also use Java to lower down your development cost because it is close to C++ and C#, because C++ and C# are the languages which are being used when Java was not launched. So Java was launched in 1995, and after that when C++ and C# was being used before 1995 when Java launched, so many of the people or many of the developers are being shifted on Java, and they have been shifted on Java because Java is providing many of like features, many of like options to create different things. But in C# and in C++ you can just use some limited code, some limited things you can create with that. But in Java you can create tons of things. You can create mobile application, you can create desktop application, you can create web application, and even you can also create a normal website as well for mobile, and that's really amazing. Then if we talk about that how we can get started with Java, so when you are finished with this tutorial you will be able to write basic Java programs and create real life examples. It is not necessary to have any prior programming experience. So after getting started, I'm just saying you that when you are finished with this tutorial, means all the videos which I'll be uploading in this tutorial, when you are finished with that, so you will be able to write basic Java programs, and you can also create your own real life example if you want to learn Java with examples. Like if you want that I should be creating real life examples, so you can comment down in this tutorial series. So I will be coming up with real life example as well of Java, so that you will be having a clear mindset that if we are starting with Java, so how we can start with it and what are the things which we can cover with that with real life examples. So we should be having a clear mindset of every topic which we are covering in every different video. And Also remember one thing, like after this tutorial you will be able to write all the basic Java programs, and only by seeing the basic programming structure of Java, not all the tutorial videos. I'm just telling you, because after this tutorial you can create real life example, you can create programs as well. You will be also able to create like mobile application, not really big mobile application, but you can able to create a small mobile application as well if you will be seeing this tutorial from start to end. And it is not necessary to have any prior programming experience. Like if you're not having any programming experience, if you have not learned HTML, CSS or any previous language, so it's nothing really worried about, because I will be telling you all the things from beginner to advanced. I'll be telling you what the libraries you have to download, what the tags you have to download, and what is the IDE you need to use in it. I'll be telling you all each and everything here in this tutorial, so you don't need to worry about anything here. We will be starting with all the things and we'll be covering up all the things here from start. So I hope you just enjoyed these all things. So now in the next step we will be covering up more other things using Java. So till there, now move on to the next step.